Oh, sure, I'm thirsty. Of course, there's no cups. Always cups in the dishwasher. I guess I'll just throw these in the dishwasher. Oh, hey, didn't see you there. Hey, you might have checked out my last video where I switched up the stinger for the Golf R. I've had the Golf R for a few weeks now, 3 weeks or so, and I've done a few minor things to it. So let's go check them out. I'm gonna show you. There's the Golf. I am going to modify this car a little slower than I've done with my previous cars. For example, with the Stinger, about 30 to 60 days after owning it, I had already done most of the modifications I wanted to, and I honestly got a little bored of it. I don't expect to get bored of this car because the driving dynamics are absolutely phenomenal. That being said, as I go through my changes for today, I do think that there will be some comments that call out the fact that I may be rising my car out or I'm using cheap parts. But at the end of the day, this car's been around for a long enough time where there's a lot of white labeled product out there. And also, I like to use some universal parts because I think that they work really well. So rice or not, I actually really like the way everything is going so far with this car. And I love that we have alternatives and options in the marketplace. We could go into a big debate of whether or not knockoff parts are killing the big brand. That's not what this video is for. There is obviously a lot of debate to be had in that topic, but for this video, I'm going to cover exactly what I've done where I got it. Similar to what I did on the EV6, I ordered the exact same mud flaps. I actually had these mud flaps on the Regal Tour X as well as the EV6, and now I have them on here, and I do really like the way these look. I like them better than some of the Rally Armor ones. I think the Rally Armors are great if you have a lot of other aero work done, but sometimes they look a little too aggressive. And I know there's different ones you can get, but these are $40, and I think they're well worth it. Super easy to install. And at the same time, you'll notice that the wheels are sitting a lot more flush than they do stock. I ordered a spacer kit, which I will link below as well, and it worked perfectly on this car. As you can see, pretty good fitment. I kind of wanted to get rid of some of the chrome. So there is a chrome strip right here at the front, and I did plasti dip it. I did plasti dip the back logo. And I also replaced the R logo from the chrome one that it came with to this one that I found a guy selling it on eBay from, I believe, England is where I got it. Sure, you could source it locally, but it was pretty cheap and I got it pretty quickly. In that same theme, I also got this license plate cover. I'm not usually a fan of license plate covers, but I really like the quality on this one. I need to find a way to kind of cover those screws up. And then moving down, you'll see that I have this, I don't know how functional it is, but it's a cool looking diffuser. This is also from eBay. I plan on getting the rear quarter section from Maxton. That should complement that splitter pretty well. I also painted my calipers gold. I've only done half the car. I haven't gotten to the other side just yet, but I love this color. It's a metallic gold, and I'll link which color I got at the store. Here's the can that I used. It's a VHT engine metallic gold color. It's a really cool color. The decal that my sister made for me, you can hit her up at the link below. She can make basically any kind of decal you want on any kind of color. But I asked her for a custom kind of a decal that has the YouTube logo and the Instagram logo, and she created this, got and found some fonts for me to choose from, and I was able to get this made. In fact, I've actually got this exact same logo on my other cars, and I kind of had her color match based on what I wanted to do on that car. Here it is on the EV6 matches the caliper color that I chose. And there it is on the Miata. And last thing on aesthetics, the spoiler. I did get the spoiler extension. This was also an eBay purchase. Believe it's a knockoff. Looks really good. It fits well. It also came painted, so it actually fits the design language of the car a lot. So that's basically what I've done from an aesthetics perspective. Let's step in the car, because I did do one small thing on the inside. So now that we're on the inside of the car, I haven't really done anything on the inside. I don't really plan on it, but what I did want to show you is this little thing right here. A lot of people will laugh at throttle controllers, and my first exposure to a throttle controller was with the Kia Stinger. So the wind booster is the one I had for the Stinger, and I could vouch for how awesome the performance enhancement was. Now I understand, and I'll make it very clear, that I understand that throttle controllers do not add power. However, they do really, to me, change the way the power is delivered, and it made a really big difference on the Stinger. And I can tell you, it still makes a pretty big difference. And I got this one actually on Amazon for dirt cheap. I think it was under $40 or $30 or so. And I was a little skeptical, but I was like, I'll give it a shot because it had some reviews. It took about 3 minutes to connect, and it's awesome. So I usually drive with it in f1.7, but if you hit this little mode button, it'll actually go up. And the higher the number, the more throttle response you get. Like I said, sure, it doesn't add power, but it definitely makes lower end power feel better because of the way it just kind of forces the car to think that you're pressing the pedal more. And I'm sure somebody will say, why don't you just press the throttle more? If you haven't experienced it, it's not the same. I think many exist for almost any car out there. I had one on my Touareg that actually helped a lot. I had it on the Stinger, and now I have it on here as well. Not the prettiest thing to look at. I wish I didn't get the gold one, but I also don't really care. That's the only what I would call addition I've done on the inside. Okay, so I just received the turbo inlet pipe for the Golf R. So let's open this up and see what we have here. I don't know what the original is supposed to look like. This is like $38 by good reviews. Okay. It looks like it has an O-ring that it comes with. It looks like an okay piece. It's metal, so that's nice, and it's painted black. The welds actually look pretty good. See if you can see the welding. It doesn't have any kind of labeling on it, obviously, because likely this gets white labeled. We're gonna install it later. Just another one of my mods, probably my first, what I would call a performance mod. So what's next? I have a small list of things that I want to get done pretty quickly, and that includes an intake, which is already on its way. I want to finish out the rear with the Maxton rear quarter splitters. Also, I want to change the exhaust tips to 4-inch round tips, lower slightly to keep my ride quality, especially with the adaptive suspension with Eibach springs. Add a front lip, and I think I'm eyeballing the Maxton version 3. And then maybe do a tint to kind of darken it, but also add ceramic protection for heat here in Texas. Let me know if there's anything else that you would highly recommend doing immediately. I know the short answer is going to be a tune and move up to stage 1, downpipe and all that, but because I have to replace the clutch to make any real power, I'm going to be holding off on that for a little bit. Thanks for watching. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and also like and subscribe.